Hello, ladies. When my tear ducts give issue, I can't use just any tissue. I need four-ply when I cry. Huh.
Alright, boys and girls, we're here talking about stan culture today. The 2010s ended with this, and the roaring 20s are already starting off with this shit. Now, to the 5 of you out there who are like, who the fuck is Stan, and why does he get his own culture? Don't worry, because after this video, you are going to know everything there is to know about Stan. So buckle up, get out your Twitter, and get your thread ready, because we are taking a trip to the land of the Stans.
Time to kick it!
Alright, so first off, being a stan is like being a Super Saiyan fan. For example, I like movies a lot. I go to see movies pretty much as often as a college student with poor budgeting skills can. And you know who I see in pretty much every fucking movie I go to? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, as a fan of his, I can recognize his ability to bench skyscrapers, fight black supermen, and act. You know, basic The Rock shit. As a stan, I have The Rock as my profile picture, name, bio, zip code, and nationality. And on top of that, I go on Vin Diesel's Twitter and write a dissertation about how he's a bitch-ass motherfucker. Anyways, the reason why the word stan is used to refer to this kind of behavior is because of a
God tier song
by the same name, made by Eminem, where a clearly mentally ill dude, named Stan, go figure, obsesses over Eminem. I don't mean obsessed like, wow, I listen to all your music, Eminem, you're the GOAT. What I mean is he spends the duration of the video writing letters to M as if he is a close friend / therapist. Due to his own mental instability, he is mentally abusive to his wife and associates every aspect of his being to being like Eminem. As expected, the fucking celebrity with millions of fans doesn't respond to his letters. Well, he does at the end, but that doesn't matter because Stan has a mental breakdown that results in him committing suicide by literally driving him and his pregnant wife off of a bridge. The song is somewhat of an exaggeration of how toxic being a hyper fan can get, especially if you aren't mentally stable. When did this song come out? Fucking thousand this song came out. Fast forward to 2018 and this word makes a resurgence. Fast forward to 2020 and it has become a movement of people who pride themselves as being stans. As the gospel voice of truth and wisdom, I am here to bestow upon you a dissection of stan culture and why I don't personally stan being a stan. I referenced the hell out of a detailed Twitter thread made by for a lot of the points I'm about to make, so go follow. Okay, so first off, standing people and celebrities is really toxic. Standing fictional characters in entertainment is different, and something I'm going to talk about later. This next example finna get kinda crazy, so get ready. Let's say you're an aspiring musician, right? You've been playing piano for like 2 years, and you are making your progress. You walk into your kitchen one day and find a Blu-ray disc of a Stevie Wonder concert and think, hey, Stevie Wonder, never heard of that extremely influential and popular musical artist before. Let me check him out. You click on your sharp 40-inch class LED 1080p smart HD TV Roku TV and view the TV in awe. This blind motherfucker is playing piano and singing 100 times better than you can. Now, which way of responding do you think would be the most negative? Point A, deciding that you are hopeless and losing your will to participate in music. Point B, becoming inspired and deciding to try and reach his level. Or point C, considering Stevie Wonder a god among men and worshiping him as the new gospel truth. Hey, can you cue the serious jazz music?
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, we're looking at A first. This is the toxic option. I mean, you throw away what could possibly be your dreams just because someone is currently, emphasis on currently, better than you. Stevie Wonder worked his ass off to be that good. You could probably get there too. Point B is the good one. You use someone else's accomplishments as inspiration to fuel yourself. It may be hard as fuck to actually do this, but people who master this, I am not one of them, are the ones you see actually accomplishing things. Now C is the batshit crazy response that is all over my fucking Twitter feed. This is taking respect for someone and turning it into literally structuring your worldview around them, or in other words, standing. Weird thing is that it's just as bad as being a defeatist. You are throwing away your opportunity to exist as yourself, to exist as someone else. And let me be as clear as my sharp 40-inch class LED 1080p smart HD TV Roku TV screen. I am not talking about being a fan of someone. I'm talking about that next level shit. On a serious note, I myself have had musical artists and creators who inspire me. And the reason I'm making this video in the first place is because I've had struggles to where I start to value those people over myself. And that shit ain't healthy. So while people are going crazy on the timeline with entire profiles and identities structured around being a fan of someone who actually exists, it just reminds me that many of those people are probably in a similar toxic place. Anyways, hopping right back on some bullshit, the answer is point A and C. They both suck. Point A is saying fuck it. Point C is wasting time being someone you're not, and then probably eventually also saying fuck it. Now what about standing stuff like shows and characters? Well, my opinion is actually a lot different. This might be bias at work, I mean this whole ass video is bias at work, but I think getting really into a show, game, or whatever is perfectly fine. I mean, there is that group of people who write death threats and all that cuckoo whack shit over their ships of 14-year-old shonen characters, but for the most part, people just kinda like what they like, and like to talk about and share that. So yeah, I think it's cool. All in all, I think the conversation of stan culture in general just needs to open up a bit. Like, of course people are allowed to do whatever they want, but I don't see enough people talking about it. It's like cancel culture at this point. People just kinda hate it, or thrive from it. Eminem was making a point about toxic fandom and putting yourself in someone else's shadow. So, yeah, that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching. Why are you still here?